If you're investing in the wrong account, you're quietly losing thousands of dollars, and most people never even realize this until it's too late. It's not always about what you invest in, it's about where you invest. And today I want to show you the 3 absolute accounts that every investor needs to have. Make sure you check your boxes, make sure you get this so you can get investing underway. Now, my name is Dennis. This channel, we break down investing that actually builds long-term wealth and looking at financial freedom with a debt-free journey. Today is one of the videos that is going to completely change your financial future, because if you structure this right, the more money that you have, the more money you get to keep. If you don't, this system is going to keep it in its entirety. Now, why exactly does this matter? For majority of investors, they look, should I buy the SCHD? Should I go to the VOO? Should I buy a Tesla? But here's the real truth. The account matters just as much as investing in it itself, because every account has very different tax advantages, very different tax rules, withdrawal rules, growth advantages. And if you ignore that, you're going to end up paying taxes that you don't need to, or you're going to be paying more taxes for decades that you shouldn't have. So when we think of investing, use the analogy of a house. Your investment are the furniture, but the accounts, that is the foundation. If the foundation for these investment strategies are wrong, everything else becomes incredibly inefficient when it comes to investing overall. So let's start with one of the most common that we see and one of the most underutilized, which is our 401k plan. Now, what exactly is this? A 401k plan is a retirement account offered through a majority of employers. Pre-tax contributions, which a lot of them do pre-tax. Some of them are actually doing Roth, which lowers and really the taxable income today. If you look at pre-tax, Roth, of course, is after tax. Employer match. This is free money. It is built into a compensation package that you're receiving at work. So if you're getting 4% or putting 4% in, your employer is matching 4%. You put in $100, they put in $100. Now, the big thing to note with this is with the pre-tax contribution, it is tax deferred growth. That is very, very different. When it comes to tax deferred, you are actually just pushing the tax burden down the road, really with the uncertainty of, number one, what the brackets are going to be in the future. Number two, exactly what that portfolio is going to grow for. So if your company offers a match and you're not taking it, you're literally turning down free money, regardless of how you look at this. Again, you put in $100, they put in $100, all of a sudden you have $200 match. So again, if your employer matches, or let's say they give a 5% contribution and you don't contribute, you're refusing 100% return on the money guaranteed, because again, if you put in 5%, they put in 5%, you are getting that match. So your first priority in here should always be at least bare minimum, at least match the contribution if your employer has one, because you don't control your investment options as much within that 401k plan. So this is usually where we stay with simple index funds. A lot of people use target date funds, but if you're doing a target date fund, I would actually push the target specifically higher and much higher than your retirement date, just for the reason we don't want bonds in the portfolio. Now, next one that we look at is one of the most powerful accounts ever created, which is the Roth IRA. Now, of course, you could have a Roth 401k variation. Some employers do offer this. Now, this is your investment after tax money. This means it grows completely free because these are dollars that you've already paid your taxes on. Let me say that again, just for the understanding. You pay the taxes today, you put it into a Roth IRA, you never have to pay taxes again, ever. Regardless of what the tax bracket is in the future, you don't have to pay taxes. That means you can get tax-free withdrawals during retirement, which are not going to affect your income. No required minimum distributions, which we know is starting at the age of 73, and massive long-term advantage when you start thinking of this. So if you invest, let's say $6,500 a year, and it grows to $1 million in another 40 years, in the Roth IRA, that $1 million is yours and yours in the entirety. There are no taxes that are going to be paid on that specific account. In a regular account, you could own tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars when you start taking out this money because of the growth factor. In addition to that, it could affect a lot of other things, including your income when you're during and really in retirement. So Roth IRAs are absolutely perfect for long-term investors. It is the long-term growth. It is the long-term investing. Dividends like SCHD, some of the dividend ETFs, because those dividends are not going to be taxed either. And of course, when you work this in conjunction with a compounding strategy, the Roth IRA is where you want your absolute best assets to work for you, because the gains are never going to be taxed within this portfolio. Then we start looking at the flexibility account. And for me, It is the brokerage account. I call this the I want to retire early account because, of course, there are certain stipulations where you can have access to your money and some places where you can't. This is a standard investment account that has no tax advantages, but it has a really, really big piece that a lot of people miss, which is the flexibility. No contribution limits, no withdrawal penalties, access to your money every single time. Now, the trade-off from this, you're going to get taxed on your dividends, you're going to get taxed on the capital gains, but it's not a bad account. It just serves a different purpose. So if I have a 401k plan that I'm making contributions, at the point that I retire, I'm no longer making contributions, but I might not have access to that money. When I start looking at my Roth IRA, again, might not have access to that money at this point. This is where a traditional or a taxable brokerage account does come in. So you have that access to money when you're getting into retirement. Now, best use case for this type of an account, building wealth outside of retirement, early financial freedom, early retirement. And this is going to be actually our bridge account for my wife and I before the age of retirement. So if you ever want to retire early, this is the account that is going to get you there. And this is the account essentially that is going to bridge until you get some of that retirement money. So how do I put them all together? Now, this is where most people get it wrong. They invest in one account, maybe two. You need all three. And you need all three because there is a couple different reasons. 401k, of course, contributions, getting that full employer match makes a really big difference. Roth IRA, max this piece out next after you get that matching contribution. And then brokerage account, if you have anything above and beyond that, you could go back to that 401k, put a couple more percent in here. And I really want to challenge you because if you think about this strategically, we're going to live by the 1% rule. Now, when we think of the 1% rule, it is very, very simple. I don't want you to worry about buying lattes. I don't want you to worry about budgeting a lot of items. I don't want you to worry about a lot of the small things. The reason being, we are going to live by the 1% rule. And if you're unfamiliar with this, every single year, the savings rate in our 401k, our Roth IRA, or our brokerage are going to go up 1% until we get to the point of maxing out these accounts, which means 20 years, you're going to be at 20%. 1% per year, you're very, very almost negligible when it comes to the amount that you're investing in there or the impact that it's going to have in your life. But when you start compounding over 20 years, think of 25 years, think of 30 years. If you could really stick with this, you're going to hit, 40 years in and be contributing 40% into these accounts. You talk about some crazy, crazy numbers when you get to that percentage. And of course, along the ways, you're going to get promotions, you're going to get raises, you're going to get a lot of other things, but keeping that 1% intact is going to make a big difference. That is going to be the foundation. Not very complicated, but it's going to be very, very powerful when it comes to that compounding aspect. Now, of course, let me cite a few costly mistakes in here. Investing in only a brokerage account, not getting that employer match, and not using a Roth IRA if you have the ability to. And of course, overcomplicating investment strategies. You could go in here, you could buy the VOO, be one and done in the entirety. So if you found this video helpful at all, the next step is going to be understanding exactly what to invest inside of these accounts that we're going to focus on, and we're going to break it down in the next video that we have. And if you're serious about building that long-term wealth, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, gets it out to a lot of other people because we're building this kind of step by step. So a lot of newer investors in the market can follow it and know exactly what we're looking for and how you should be building this portfolio. Sorry, guys. So that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.